It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Oakland as the Warriors go up against the Los Angeles Clippers. Well, for the Clippers, they'll be up for this game, facing the team that defeated them in the conference semis last season. This is one they've been waiting for. And guys, we'll get to see Freak play in this one. He was one of the bigger names in college, jumped to the NBA after 1 year. Shaq, you left early as well. How hard of a decision was it to leave school?
Well, it's never an easy decision. Each person has different reasons why they want to leave, financial responsibility, just getting tired. In my case, the Hack of Shaq was created. I was getting beat up too much, and I heard my main man, Dick Vitale, say if Shaq leaves, he'll be the #1 pick. So I didn't want to go back.
Yo, Freak, what's up?
What's up, man? Good to see you.
How's the family? CC good?
Yeah, she's good. They're all good. Nice knowing you have family to have your back all the time.
Sure. Got to keep the support system in place. Makes a big difference over a long season. Good luck tonight, man.
Thanks, man. Hey, you know we're taking this one, right?
Not a chance, Freak.
Everyone's in their seats here at the Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors look to grab a win in front of the home crowd here. Last game for the Warriors. They pick up the W against the Houston Rockets. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
And no doubt in my mind, the overriding factor in that game was
there. And for Andre Iguodala. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Rose is checked in. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. And Stevenson is out there with Chris Paul. And it's Rose in at the small forward. And he gets it to go.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Jordan with a screen on Thompson. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And here's a look at the stats for Jordan. Great showing for him last season. Last year, averaged 10 points per game. 15 rebounds and just over 3 blocks. And his defensive presence inside, not to be overlooked. He builds a wall around the basket.
You know, over this last whole stretch of games, I mean, he's been shutting down the lane with absolute authority. Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Rose kicks to Paul. Back to Rose. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. Chris Paul, 4th.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Clark, he's checked in for the Warriors. And then for Los Angeles, Anthony Bennett's checked in for Griffin. Austin Rivers comes in for Lance Stevenson, and it's Williams in for Paul. Rose hits them both. 1:53 left in the first quarter. Now the dish to Green. Golden State moving the ball around. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Curry with another miss. The Clippers have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Williams passes to Rose. Back to Williams. Shot from 12. And the jumper is good. Williams has got his first 2 points of the night. Warriors trail by 3. Curry kicks to Green. Here's Clark. He's guarded by Rivers. That's good.
Well, you can bet the defense wasn't expecting that kind of razzle-dazzle out of him. But the spin worked like a charm. Perfect.
Williams dishes to Rose. Out to the wing. To the inside. Great D that time from Green.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the Z.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Good on the second free throw. They play the clock right. They go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Rose, a screen on Curry. Williams passes to Rose. No good on the three. And for the Warriors, they're shooting 47% here so far. Curry kicks to Rush for three. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his third assist on the night.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Rose. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
They set the pick. On its way from Curry for 2. And the first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Warriors lead by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And a word from Chris Paul, who has a little something to say about the success of a very special and influential teammate, Blake Griffin.
You know, Blake, everything that's happening for him, he deserves it because he's worked so hard and put so much into it, and he's a huge...
And of course, we know that Blake would say the exact same thing about Chris Paul. You know, Chris and Blake Griffin share so much in common when it comes to being the hardcore Clippers their owner brags about all the time.
And you think about it, Chris Paul is not easily impressed, nor is Doc Rivers, for that matter, but both of these guys have praised Griffin for how hard he's worked and how far he's come in his career.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers, Rose in at small forward. Griffin is out there with Bennett. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Suns played really well. He dropped 14 points and flashed his range a few times in the process. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, you know, he made play after play in that game.
You know, let's see if he can keep it going tonight. I say he does. I'll bet he goes off again.
That's a pretty bold prediction there. I mean, he's going to have to be very, very strong to even come close.
Golden State also making some changes. Azili's checked in for Bogut. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Curry subbed in for Ian Clark. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Jordan, he's checked in for Anthony Bennett. Rose comes in for Lance Stevenson. Mo Williams is checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul. Rose kicks to Griffin. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Green, the screen. Thompson. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Clippers trail by 9. Rose with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Rose goes in. It's tipped. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The pull-up. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Curry. Curry's got assist number 5 here tonight. Williams dishes to Rose. Pass to Jordan. Back to Rose. Shoots from 14. That doesn't go either for Rose. Curry with it. Just 3 on the clock. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Griffin. Shot is no good. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. The Warriors on top. They lead by...
Doc, looking at the offense right now, what needs to change?
We got to move off. We got to run our stuff. I think right now everybody's trying to...
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the... Some changes for Golden State. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for Green. And it's Rush in for Thompson. The Clippers also changing it up. Rose, he's jacked in for Lance Stevenson. Williams comes in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Rivers in for Paul. We've got Rush. Steph Curry's out there with Iguodala. Then there's Festus Ezeli, and it's Barnes in at the power forward. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Baseline jumper. Curry's shot is off.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. The Warriors, number 1. 4th, the Clippers.
And these are two teams that excel at punishing opponents for their mistakes. I mean, they certainly did that last season. Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
They set the pick. In the corner, Iguodala with it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Last year's Warriors and where they ranked in the NBA. A chance to check that out now, Kevin. First in scoring, first in three-point shooting, and they scored more points off turnovers than any other team. That was a big part of what made them successful. Excellent defense turning into points.
And when you score like these guys did last season, it gives you tremendous confidence. Just play solid defense, and you can win games.
Rush the pass to Curry. Rebound by Rose. Clippers trail by 12.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Shoots a 3. No good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to Rush. From 15 feet away. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've got down in transition.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. And Rose wide open. He shoots. Los Angeles with another miss.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, they couldn't do any better than a shooting percentage in the low 30s on that night, guys, and that's pretty much a death sentence.
Yeah, I can't name a team that's going to find a way to win shooting like that. I mean, they never had a chance with the touch they had that night.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Major League big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
And here is Williams. There's Rose with the three. No good on that last second attempt there. Well, through 3/4 of play. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells you he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. Warriors leading by 11. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Rose in at the 3 spot. Green with a screen on Crawford. And Thompson kicks to Green. Here's Bogut, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Green with a screen on Paul. Curry kicks to Green. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Rose has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
It's stolen by Bogut. Curry with it. Chris Paul covering. Curry dishes to Bogut. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And that's 13 points for Andrew Bogut. Clippers trail by 13. Paul kicks to Crawford. Feeds it to Rose. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Andrew Bogut.
Let's look at some numbers in this one for Rose. He's got 10 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. And both free throws good for Rose.
Watch him. He's coming out over there.
Here's Curry. Kicks to Bogut. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Screen by Bogut. They double team Curry. Lots of room. And Andrew Bogut the bucket on the assist by Curry. And that's 15 points for Andrew Bogut. Clippers trail by 13.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Warriors.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the three-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense, and they had all the looks they wanted.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And as we've come to expect, another big game tonight and an impressive exhibit for Curry. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Screen by Bogut. Curry passes to Thompson. He used that pick just right.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Good. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
Andre, a good game for you and the team tonight. Does a game like this carry more weight considering you beat a...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. He led the way tonight with a double-double and was a major reason why they won tonight. His effort and intensity gave them the boost they needed. What'd you think, Kenny?
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. It's hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies going up against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Well, for the Clippers, things haven't exactly gone according to plan for them in the early going, as they've gone just 1-4 to start the season. They still haven't shaken off that rust from the offseason. And Chris Paul will be in action tonight, and no doubt he is one of the best in the game. There are a lot of great point guards in the league, but Shaq, is he still the most complete point guard, would you say?
I would say yes. He makes his teammates immensely better with his on-point passing. Ernie, he still showed us the last playoffs that he can still hit that clutch shot.
Yeah, I still say he's one of the best on-ball defenders and basketball hawks at his position.
It's the home of the Clippers here in Los Angeles as 2K Sports presents our action live from the Staples Center. Looking at the last game for the Los Angeles Clippers, it was a loss to the Golden State Warriors.
And guys, a loss like that, that's one when you just got to put it behind you as quickly as possible.
You know, that won't be easy, Greg. It's hard not to dwell on that type of performance.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Allen and Green are the wings. And it's Conley in at the 1.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Good looking screen by Gasol. Conley the pass to Randolph. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Anthony Bennett's checked in for Griffin, and it's Rose in for Jamal Crawford. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. White, he's checked in for Randolph. Johnson comes in for Green. Lee's checked in for Allen. And it's Chalmers in for Mike Conley. Now here's Jordan. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in Oakland.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort. So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. Zach Randolph's checked in for Memphis. Memphis leading by 5. Lee kicks to Chalmers. Pass to Randolph. Memphis moving it around. Chalmers dishes to Wright. Shot clock at 6. Unloads from 13. Rebound by Rose. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Off target from outside. For Memphis, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Randolph a screen. Here's the screen. Right, the pass to Chalmers. Over in the corner, Lee. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Releases from the wing and drills it.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
Now here's Lee. He had 16 points in the win against the Kings in Sacramento. Johnson kicks to Randolph. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. 1:11 left in the first quarter of the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And it's Wright sending it back. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And the Clippers making a change here. Williams is checked in. And 1:01 left to play in the first quarter. And it's Rose penetrating, and he banks in the layup.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And the Grizzlies leading by 7. And Chalmers kicks to Johnson. Pass to Randolph. It's blocked. But they'll get another chance. Back to Johnson. There's the triple. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
Yeah, guys, they feel like they're the better team. The standings would agree with that. I look for them to assert that with their play tonight.
Now here's Wright, following the miss by Austin Rivers. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. For Memphis, they have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And both free throws good for Lee.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Rivers kicks to Rose. It's deflected. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And Kevin, an example of why it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have on the final result, but you always want them to get.
And Blake Griffin grew up playing the game alongside his older brother. His dad was his coach, and he credits his brother for inspiring him to work at his craft. Well, talking about taking the right course, we know that the older brother of Blake Griffin, 3 years older, you know, he played, as did Blake, for their dad, Tommy, in high school, and they were terrific high school players and 4-time state champions.
I mean, it always helps to have a big brother who's kind of been there and done that and can share those experiences with you. It doesn't hurt to have a dad also who's a pro player either, and also a college coach.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, what do you think about Rose? He's checked in for Lance Stevenson. Rivers comes in for Hardaway, and Paul subbed in for Mo Williams. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Brandon Wright's checked in for Gasol. Randolph comes in for James Johnson. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Green, and it's Chalmers in for Mike Conley. 4 on the clock. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Here's Rose. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's on Tony Allen. For Los Angeles, they have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. Chalmers with it. He had 28 points in the win against the Kings in Sacramento.
And a gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. Allen drives in. Misses the layup.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Paul dishes to Rose. Jordan the screen. And it's Wright sending it back. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright. .130 left to play here in the half. They retain possession. Rose passes to Paul. Back to Rose. Left side, Griffin. Paul against Chalmers. Another shot. Here's Griffin. That doesn't go either for Griffin.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Randolph sets a screen for Chalmers. He dishes it to Wright, and that one is stuffed right through.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Jordan kicks to Rose. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. 9 points for Rose. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Lee outside. Chalmers with a screen on Rivers. Chalmers against Paul. Clock at 6. Back to Allen. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
You need better looks than that.
For Memphis, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. And the technical free throw is good.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
I tell you what, nice job making the most of their opportunities.
20 seconds left in the first half of the game. From 13, Randolph can't hit.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Paul dishes to Rose. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. The Clippers have gone 6 of 9 at the line.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And Memphis making a change here. He hits both from the stripe. Chalmers. The shot is off. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Grizzlies lead by 9. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, with the foul trouble right now, do you plan on...
Okay, let's get it together.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. It's been a clinic out there by Marc Gasol.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes every other facet of the game easy.
And, you know, they have to rotate the defensive assignment on him from now on just to avoid foul trouble on any one particular.
So for the Clippers, Rose, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. Williams comes in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Brandon Wright's checked in for Randolph. Johnson comes in for Green. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Allen. And it's Chalmers in for Mike Conley. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Mo Williams out there with Rivers. And it's Rose in at the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Lee against Rivers. Lee passes to Chalmers. He feeds it to Johnson. Back to Chalmers. The 3. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. Clippers trail by 14. A chance here to get a quick injury report. Now an update on Lance Stevenson from Doris Burke. What'd you find out, Doris?
Well, guys, I had a moment to catch up with the head athletic trainer for Los Angeles. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. That is going to make things very hard on them in what is still a very young season. Hopefully, as early as it is, he has time to recover and help this team down the road. Guys?
Well, thank you, Doris. Hopefully, we'll see him very soon.
Well, they like him back as quick as possible, but they also want him healthy. He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
There's Rose with the 3. The shot is off. Good D by Johnson. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Here's Chalmers. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Jeff Green is checked in for Johnson. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Memphis.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've got down in transition.
Griffin attacking. Jordan kicks to Rivers. Rose dishes to Griffin. Williams passes to Rose. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Rose has got 15.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in a hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Feeds it to Lee. Chalmers against Williams. 6 to shoot. This all setting the pick for Green. From deep three-point range, the long distance. is Barry.
For 3.
Green's got his second bucket. Outside Rose. Dishes it to Rivers. Nice open look, but it's no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Memphis out in front. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Clippers trail by 15 on the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Green is the 3 with Zebo at the 4. Conley and Allen in the backcourt. And it's Gasol at the center position. Griffin kicks to Rose. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Memphis leading by 12. Here is Conley. Outside Randolph. That's short off the rim.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Ball against Conley. On the money from 12 feet away. And the Grizzlies lead by 14. Looking at Memphis, they took the win in their last game against Sacramento. And it's Rose penetrating. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim?
Ball against Conley. Allen outside. Kicks it to Randolph. Griffin with the steal. The dish now to Paul. Here's Rose. Passes it to Griffin. That's good.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
During that break, Coach Dave Yeager had some words for his team. It was clear what message he was trying to get across. He said, this lead isn't big enough that we're safe. Not by a long shot. I don't want us sitting back and milking the clock. Play to win. Show some aggression. Guys.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Paul kicks to Rose. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Stolen by Michael Conley. The feed now to Randolph. They get a hand on it. And here's Crawford. Paul outside. Conley against Paul. Outside Conley. Inside. Here's Gasol. And that one falls coming off Conley's feed. Conley's got 4 assists now tonight. Clippers trail by 14. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Rose goes in. Now here is Conley. Gasol, a screen on Crawford. Conley dishes to Gasol at the elbow. Green from about 19 feet. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Jordan kicks to Paul. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. throws with the ball. And Allen picks him up defensively. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Los Angeles with another miss. Last outing for Memphis, they won that game against the Kings in Sacramento. And the wide open shot from Green. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Oh, an illegal screen.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Mike, when you take a look at how this team's been playing over the last several games, are you happy with the way things are gelling?
Yeah, I think we're playing very well. I think
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Marc Gasol.
He shot over 50% from the field in the game, a testament to how hard he...
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. And it is Clipper basketball tonight as the Los Angeles Clippers go up against the Houston Rockets. Houston comes into this one after the win against the Nuggets. The terrific underdog win in that last game. They're feeling good, looking to keep it up tonight. We're going to get to see Chris Paul in action tonight, and as we all know, he's such a great all-around point guard, but he's also one of the most efficient players when it comes to scoring, Jet.
Yeah, because he doesn't get baited, Ernie. He doesn't take bad shots no matter what the situation is. His shots he shoots like a super high percentage later in his career. That's not normal. Typically, you start shooting less and shooting worse as you get older, but he's shooting better as he gets older.
And he's a master of slowing down and then speeding up to keep the defender on the skates. He uses that stutter step move, Kenny. People falling and slobbering and acting crazy.
Yeah, sounds like Ernie last night.
Love this guy when he dribbles the ball.
Oh, I thought you was talking about Ernie again.
Excuse me. Kevin Harlan standing by, along with the rest of the 2K Sports crew.
How you doing? What's up, man? About to put on a show tonight.
We'll see about that. My team's ready.
Yeah, you better hope so. It's the only chance you got.
You better remember that, freak. It's on.
Live from Los Angeles, we proudly bring you the Clippers at the Staples Center. The road trip for the Rockets ends here as they leave for Houston right after the game. A great start of the season for them, playing very well so far.
It's go time. Now, these are two teams whose rivalry goes way back, and anytime they renew it, the fans, as well as all that are involved, are going to be in for a treat.
I like that. Go time. That's a good way to put it. I mean, this will be a testy encounter between these two. The build-up to the game has been extremely intense. I think everybody's expecting some kind of volatility to erupt on the floor today.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Motiejunas and Howard, the post pair. And it's Ariza in at the small forward spot. Now here's Paul. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Memphis. The shot's good from Griffin.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Harden the pass to Howard. Over to the left wing. Here's Motiejunas. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance.
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on.
The Clippers shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Griffin. Both good from the line that time. Jamal Crawford. And a switch here also for Houston. Capella's checked in. Beverly with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Nuggets in Denver. And the basket by Harden.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now, here's Rose. 20 points for him last game against Memphis.
Yeah, but Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. I mean, he was aggressive to attack the D, not settling, and really did a good job of cashing in on those free throws. And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking them.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
Here's Paul. The Rockets making the shot. Rose a screen on Beverly, and it's Paul penetrating. A picture-perfect screen play, and the jumper's good. Paul's got 7.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
A shot by Harden, wide open, and another three for Houston.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Stevenson. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Harden against Rose. There's a good screen. Back to Beverly. Shoots the three. Some solid D from Paul.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And here's Rose outside, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against the Nuggets in Denver.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
Yeah, splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt.
Now here's Rose, following the miss by Trevor Ariza. Ariza against Rose. And he gets it to go. Rose has got 5 points so far.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Ariza has the open look. Another miss by Houston. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Clippers lead by 8. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And a chance to hear from DeAndre Jordan, who talks about the inspiration he drew from head coach Doc Rivers. A strong case can be made that Jordan played like the Defensive Player of the Year Clark this past season, and the fact that he... And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You know what? They're dominating on the backboard. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Flexing their muscles down low, and they've limited second chances too, guys.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Rockets, Corey Brewer is out there with Trevor Booker. Then there's Moniunas. Then it's Lawson. And it's Neal in at the 2. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies, boy, was he tremendous. He had 20 points, and he was on target the whole contest. Very few misses from him all night. Safe to say he is out of his funk after a game like this. He'll try to keep up this pace now, guys.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Bennett kicks to Rivers. Here's Griffin. They shoot again. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line. And the Clippers making a change here. The new group for Los Angeles. Clippers leading by 5. Here's Paul. 7 points in the game. outside Rose. Paul outside. 5 to shoot. Rose sets the screen for Paul. Shoots. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Paul's got 9.
Shaked and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
And got him on the wrong foot and then just blew by him.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Rose kicks to Hardaway. Rose against Ariza. Rose, no good. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Ariza with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And stolen by Jordan. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. There's Rose with the 3. Rose with another miss.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one. That's just run of the mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Dishes it to Stevenson. Back to Rose. 1 second left. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Clippers ahead. They lead by 3. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin.
Welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade.
Paul having a good one. 9 points, and there's a nice...
A different look for the Clippers. Rose, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. Williams comes in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Mo Williams out there with Austin Rivers. And it's Rose in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers. To the middle, Jordan dishes to Griffin. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. 18 points for Blake Griffin.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Watson the pass to Booker. He feeds it to Neal. They set the pick for 3. Lawson can't get that one to fall.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
Over to the wing. Here's Booker, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Booker's got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
Outside Williams. Right side Rose. Outside Griffin. To the wing on the left. Rivers. Again, the Clippers.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
1:14 left in the 3rd. Here's the screen. And Neal kicks to Lawson. On the wing, Brewer fires for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Jordan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Picked by Griffin. Kicks to Rose. Outside Williams. Now the feed to Rivers. 6 on the shot clock. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. It's Williams with the drive. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
In the corner, Neal with it. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Neal's got the game tied up here for the Rockets.
There is no way No way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And both free throws good for Rose. Houston's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Now Beverly. Howard with a screen on Hardaway. And Neal kicks to Howard. Terrific design on the pick play. And he lays it in. Howard's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just...
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. In for the Clippers. Houston also making some changes. Booker, he's checked in for Monty Eunice. Gary Neal comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And so in the game for the Rockets, they've got Howard. Gary Neal is out there with Booker. Then it's Harden, and it's Lawson in at the 1. Paul dishes to Rose. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. And the Clippers lead by 16.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
To the paint. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Lawson outside. He dishes it to Booker. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Yep, and they've simply shown more.
Crawford kicks to Rose. No good on the triple. Rockets trail by 16. Here's Neal. Another miss by Houston.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Clippers.
Mark, looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And so by winning the first of 3 in this season series, it should give them plenty of momentum and confidence for the next time they'll have to lace their sneakers up against the Rockets.
And we've come to expect nothing less from one of the league's elite players, but another tour de force for Blake Griffin. And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
It's tipped. Brewer with the steal. High arcing shot, and he gets the bucket. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
And it's Houston's ball, trailing by 19. Lawson's against Williams.
I really hope he doesn't try that move again. It worked at one time, but he's not the guy to be working the crossover.
We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Rose goes in. Can't hit from in close. Here's Neal. He's guarded by Williams. Stolen by Rose. And the layup's good off the glass.
can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Chris, how does...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Paul. He was the engine that drove this team the whole night, and his teammates had no problem harnessing the power of that motor.
You know what? He's a total package as a floor general. It may not be an official ranking for the best leaders in the league, but if there was, CP.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
It was a great win for the team tonight. What can you take out of such a positive overall performance?
Well, winning a game like this gives us a lot of momentum going forward. So we just got to take that, keep running with it, and be careful not to let it get to our heads, right?
Are you getting the ball as much as you'd like out there?
That kind of thing doesn't matter to me. As long as we're winning games, I don't care how much I have the ball in my hands. I really don't. The team comes first. You know that.
How is your relationship with the fans?
Oh, I love the fans. I mean, they're everything to me. Hearing them cheering, chanting my name, even holding up cutouts of my head sometimes, I mean, it's an unbelievable feeling. This team goes out there every night trying to win games for them, trying to bring a championship back home for them. They feed what we do each and every game. And that's why I try to get out there and give back. Spend time with them when I can, show my appreciation. I love the fans, man.